So welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy Buitendag and I'm the founder of The Sleep Company. And in today's video, I want to chat a little bit with you about getting rid of the bottle and the dummy with your little toddler. Now, firstly, I want to explain why is it important? Why is there a certain point where we need to get rid of the bottle and the dummy? Well, firstly, the dummy long-term actually affects their speech as well as affects their oral development, which can be problematic on their teeth, especially when the permanent teeth need to come out. But the bottle, where that one's a little bit different, is that with the bottle, it starts to cause bottle rot. So there are enzymes in your saliva that really kick up a notch and start to activate over the age of 1. And children that are waking up frequently throughout the night for a bottle, it starts to cause exceptionally bad tooth decay. If you go and Google bottle rot, okay, it looks terrible on your child's teeth, and then your child needs dental work to fix and repair the damage that occurs to their teeth, and it looks actually terrible, so you don't want that. So we need our child at a certain point not to wake up for a night milk feed. This is even the same with breastfeeding, by the way. We don't want our children waking up at night needing to breastfeed frequently, because the milk and the sugar in the breast milk has the same effect on the teeth as what formula milk does. So we need them to start going through the night without a milk feed. Okay, this is quite important. So now it gets us to the point, well, when do we take it away? So if you have a smaller baby, the dummy can stay around for a lot longer than the bottle can. Ideally, over the age of 1, we want that night bottle to be gone. And any milk feeds that you give them, just automatically replace it with a sippy cup and let them have all of their milk feeds during the day and with dinner out of the sippy cup. So take away the sucking action that comes from a bottle. The milk is not the problem. It's sucking on a bottle and sucking throughout the night that is the problem. Okay. So if your child is over 1, that's a good time to get rid of the bottles. If they still have a dummy, the dummy can hang around for a lot longer. So a dummy can stick around until 2.5. I normally like to keep it if the child still has a dummy over the age of 1. I prefer to keep the dummy until they're 2.5 years old, because at 2.5-year-old there's a larger level of understanding. So they understand us taking it away, and I'll explain to you how to do that now. Okay. So dummy can stick around a lot longer than the bottle, but bottle we want gone just over 1. I personally like to recommend removing the bottle by 14 months. And the reason for this is any sucking on a bottle that still exists when your child gets to 18 months becomes the new sleep association when they go through an 18-month sleep regression. So at 18 months, there's this big surge in separation anxiety, and you might have had a child that was sleeping through the night without waking up. Suddenly, they start waking up every hour, 2 hours for the bottle. So the bottle becomes their new comfort. So if you take the bottle away before they hit that 18-month mark, it cannot and will not ever become the new comfort item for that child. So that's ideally. Now, what if we have a 2-year-old or 2.5-year-old that is still consuming the bottle multiple times throughout the night? Okay. Then what we want to do is we want to throw a bottle and a dummy party. So anywhere between 2.5 years old, this is a good time to do this. Under 2 years old, you can just remove the bottle and replace the bottle with your comfort while they transition through not using the bottle anymore. Now, when they're older than 2 years, you want to create an elaborate story. So what we do is we actually involve the child in getting rid of their own bottle and their own dummy. Now, with small children, the more involved they are in the process, firstly, the easier the process goes and the less complicated or emotionally challenging it's going to be. So what I personally recommend people do is, for a good couple of days, start creating an awareness and saying to them, the baby, and choose a favorite animal, the baby bunny is going to be born. And they need your bottles and they need your dummies. We have to gift it to the baby animal. Then what you want to do is you want to spend time showing them YouTube videos, photos, stories about the baby bunny, for instance. And show them and be like, look, here are the baby bunnies. And say to them, these are the baby bunnies that we're going to give your bottle and your dummy to. Okay. So show them consistently and reinforce. for a few days this concept that these animals are going to be born and it needs to be an animal, okay? And the reason why we want it to be an animal, if you say you're going to gift it to another baby or another child, that really upsets it. But they seem to quite willingly want to give their bottles and their dummies to a special animal. It can be a baby horse, it can be a baby cow, it can be whatever animal you choose or whatever your child actually shows an interest in. So now we've decided on an animal, we've shown them videos, and then what I want you to do as the parent is I want you to get an old box. It can be a shoe box or a bigger box that you received a package in or whatever. And then I want you to get your child to help you decorate the box. And now I want you to be elaborate. Glitter crayons, paint it, stick stickers on it. They can wrap it. Now, the more involved the child is in decorating the box, the better. I don't want you to decorate the box. I want them to decorate the box, okay? It doesn't need to look good. It just means we need them to physically be involved in decorating the box. And we get them to decorate the box, and then we tell them, okay, this is the special box for the baby bunnies. Now we need to go and get all our dummies and all our bottles, and I need you to help me pack the box. Now I want them to do this. They must fetch the bottles, they must fetch the dummies, and they must physically place the bottles and the dummies into the box. Then once they've packed it with all the bottles and the dummies, get some thick masking tape and get them to actually seal the box. They're going to do a terrible job of it, but who cares? It's not supposed to look great. It's the principle behind it. They are visually witnessing what they are doing. Then I want them to pick up the box, and I want them to carry the box to Daddy's car. And they need to literally watch Daddy drive away. So they put it in Daddy's boots, and then Daddy climbs in the car. He's going to go deliver this box to the baby animals, and you stand and we go, bye-bye bottles, bye-bye dummy, okay, bye-bye Binky. And they say goodbye, and they physically watch while Daddy drives away. Then that evening or that afternoon, whenever your child gets upset and they would normally get comfort from a bottle or a dummy, you will replace the bottle and the dummy with your comfort. So your child will be crying, I want my dummy, or I want my bottle, and then you'll say, oh man, come sit here by mommy, come cuddle mommy. Oh, I bet you miss your dummy, and I bet you miss your bottle. Come sit by mommy. Oh, let mommy hold you a little bit. So you replace the comfort they were getting from the bottle and the dummy, and you replace it with your comfort. Remember, you are the ultimate comfort to your child. Daddy can often bring, if you want, you can organize a gift to say thank you from the baby bunnies. It can be a new sippy cup or something, a soft teddy or something for your child. So you can always get the bunnies to give a thank you gift. And then for the next couple of nights, while your child starts to get used to the fact that the dummies and the bottles are gone, you will always reinforce that with your comfort. And what's nice about this process is by getting them involved in getting rid of the dummies and the bottles, you were never the one that took them away. They gave them away. So when your child is crying, Mommy, I want my bottle, then you can be, oh man, I bet you miss your bottle. Remember, you gave it to the baby bunnies and they were so excited to get your bottles. But come sit here by mommy, let mommy hold you and comfort you. And you'll find very quickly, 2-3 days, your child is kind of over it. They've adapted to not having the bottle and the dummy, and it goes effortlessly. If your child also has a comfort item like a teddy or a blanket or something, then you will obviously continually reinforce that as well. But children are exceptionally adaptable, and you will be surprised at exceptionally how easy this process is once you start implementing it. But you want to get involved, the child involved in the process as much as physically possible. Remember, they haven't got a great level of understanding at this age, but they do understand what they can see, feel, and touch. So by involving them in the process, we help this process go a lot more smoothly, and we help them to actually understand what's currently happening and that these bottles and these dummies are going. So that's a good tip. If you still need to keep the dummies and the bottles for a possible second child, then store it at grandmother's house or at the office in a cupboard or something, out of sight, out of mind. And then once your child is transitioned off of them, you can probably bring them back home without them being a problem. I hope that this video was helpful.